කියලා කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කිල්ස් නිෂ්පාදන අනිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
ගරු වෛද්‍ය රාමනාදන් අර්චුනා මන්ත්‍රීවරයා විසින්
I would like to inform the House that I have received numerous complaints from individuals, civil organizations, government representatives and opposition members regarding the degrading and insulting language used by MP Archchuna Ramanathan against women, civil groups and religious leaders. As the head of the House, I have been urged to take action on this matter. Despite my repeated advice, MP Archchuna Ramanathan has failed to correct his behavior. After carefully analyzing his statements and in accordance with the powers vested in me under the standing orders, I hereby order that no statements made by this MP in Parliament be published or broadcast live on any visual or audio-visual media during the sessions on March 20th, 21st, April 8th, 9th, 10th and May 6th, 7th and 8th. Additionally, I would like to inform the House that any statements made by him containing degrading or insulting language will be removed from the Hansard. Furthermore, after evaluating his statements during the period of this prohibition, steps will be taken to determine whether this temporary ban should be lifted.
බවත් වැඩි දුරට සඳහන් කිරීමට කැමැත්තෙමි.
විශේෂයෙන්ම ජනාධිපති මැතිවරණ වේදිකාවේ
During the presidential election, one of the key promises made by the president was the removal of the 18% tax imposed on essential services. He pledged to eliminate it in the first budget itself. However, this has not been implemented. Similarly, a commitment was made regarding the removal of VAT on school equipment, but that too has not been fulfilled. If we analyze the National Consumer Price Index, we can see that in 2019, the monthly cost of living for a 4-member household was 43,391 rupees. By January 2025, this has increased to 104,851 rupees, reflecting a 60,000 rupee increase. Notably, only 39% of this amount is spent on food, while 60% is allocated for other expenses, posing a potential health risk in the coming months. Given this situation, more funds need to be allocated to the health sector, as the public has been forced to rely on cheaper, less nutritious food options.
තමන්ගේ කෑම බීම වලින් තමයි අඩු කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ.
අද දරිද්‍රා රේඛාව මනින ක්‍රමවේදය පිළිබඳව දෝෂ රැසක්.
There are significant issues in how the poverty line is being calculated. I urge you to review this matter carefully, as national policies must be based on accurate data. When policies are formulated based on incorrect data, the entire system suffers. Furthermore, it is the responsibility of your ministry to oversee international trade agreements. We have multiple bilateral, multilateral and regional trade agreements in place. I would like to ask, what is our national trade policy? How are we formulating these free trade agreements in a way that ensures value addition and competitive advantage for our country? Do we have the necessary technical expertise and skilled negotiators to engage in strong trade discussions? We need a specialized trade representative for our country. Additionally, the European Union has initiated discussions on whether to grant the GSP Plus benefits or not. Given the national economic and trade policies of the newly elected US President, this will be a challenging task.
අවස්ථාව එක අමාරු දෙයක් මම පිළිගන්නවා.
මේ US GSP Plus එක නැති වෙන්නේ අපිට විතරක් නෙමෙයි ගරු විපක්ෂ නායකතුමා මේක නැති වෙනවා සියලුම
All countries will lose the GSP Plus benefit, not just Sri Lanka. Since the 31st of December 2020, the US Congress has not approved the continuation of the US GSP Plus for beneficiary nations. We are planning to address this issue and have already scheduled discussions with US representatives in September. Furthermore, the apparel sector has already been excluded from GSP Plus, and we are actively working on this matter as well. Regarding international agreements, we have initiated assessments of existing trade agreements and are currently in discussions with Vietnam for a new trade agreement. Additionally, we are scheduling trade discussions with Iran in May. As a government, we are taking the necessary steps to improve the lives of the public.
අපේ රජයක් හැටියට කටයුතු කරනවා.
When we deal with bringing investment and trade, unless we have a vibrant judiciary, we cannot entice investors to come into Sri Lanka. The first concern, an investor coming and investing in Sri Lanka, if he has issues with the regulators, if he has issues with the local partners, how we could resolve it. We have brought in a commercial high court in Sri Lanka. However, from the commercial high court, there is only one right of appeal. Earlier from the district court, you can go to the court of appeal and then to the Supreme Court. Even with that mechanism, for one to have fruits of a victory of a decree, it will take 10 years. So unless we revamp our judiciary, where with regard to commercial matters, especially when foreigners come to invest in Sri Lanka, that we give them investment confidence that through a vibrant judiciary, we will be able to protect their rights.